Hello and welcome to Yeas and Nays with the Michigan League for Public Policy. It is a steamy Monday here in mid-Michigan. I'm not sure what the weather's like where you are, but definitely a hot one here. So I hope you all stay cool this week. Just wanted to give you a quick rundown of what we're seeing down at the Capitol. We are still at this point expecting a 2025 state budget to be finalized by the end of June. So stay tuned on that. We will obviously be celebrating as soon as we get the news, and Rachel and her team will start digging through to report out on some of the highlights. There is still not a lot of information at this point coming out on what we can expect in that budget, but we know we're going to start to see details soon. So take a look at our Under the Dome section of our website to find more information on where things are, kind of who's running the show with that budget that's there. Right now, as things are in conference committee, members can offer amendments. But once that conference report gets to the chamber floor, there's only the option for a straight up or down vote. So they can have debates, but they can't have amendments or change anything. So as we move deeper into the process, we will not have those opportunities for amendments or changes. So again, stay tuned on all things budget related. We will have updates for you on our social media channels. Certainly, you will hear from us as soon as we have more information. I did want to note, Rachel and I are actually out next week at a conference, so we will not be broadcasting on Monday, but we will certainly provide updates on Under the Dome and elsewhere on social media. So stay tuned. As far as other legislation is going and just updates on the legislature, the House did put out its calendar for the remainder of the year, which is the July through December calendar. As you know, it is an election year for the House. So they've only scheduled 28 days between July 1st and December 31st. And some of those are even likely to turn into no attendance days, no voting days. Almost half of the scheduled days will be after the election in November. So obviously, you know that campaigning is going to be going on in your community. There's going to be really heavy activity in local elections and also for those state representatives. It's a great chance to talk to those state and local leaders about what folks need from them. State representatives, particularly, and their teams will be knocking on your door. I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed. So make sure you're ready to talk to them about how they can improve outcomes in your community. What are the values that you and your neighbors share? Make sure those values are aligned. This is not a time to just smile and take their literature. Really do ask questions. We will be putting out probably in the next week or two a really neat little guide with questions that you can ask your candidates to make sure that they're in alignment with the things that you and your community would like to see. So we'll be putting that out soon. So yes, take advantage of campaign season. They're going to be knocking doors. They're going to be at your parades, at your coffee hours. This is the chance to engage your electeds on the things that matter to you. So please take advantage of that. We are still seeing activity from the legislature on some bills. Even as the budget is being finalized, there's still legislative activity. The League is supporting a number of those. I am not going to run through all of them here today, but I'll give you a few highlights. House Education is continuing to take testimony on those Senate bills that we talked about last week that provides for early screening for dyslexia and making sure that teachers have the proper professional development around dyslexia. There was a set of bills that came out that would remove the failure to pay a driver responsibility fee from someone's driving record. As you know, we talk a lot at the League about the criminalization of poverty. This is an example of that. Folks who have minor traffic situations can't afford to pay the fee and lose their license because of it. It obviously starts a whole cycle of bad outcomes. You know, folks might lose their jobs because they can't get to work. So this is really important to make sure that people who are safe drivers are able to keep their licenses and that they're not going to be taken away because of a failure to pay a fee. Really important legislation. We're also seeing some bills reported out that are going to increase protections for families living in manufactured housing parks. Really important for a lot of communities. And we also saw some bills coming out that would update our are very outdated garnishment and bankruptcy protections. They're some of the lowest in the nation. So we're definitely excited to see that legislation move. And then we also had bills. Sorry, I told you there were a lot, and I'm not even getting to all of them. Some bills that would create the Michigan Voting Rights Act and ensure additional protections for voters. And then finally, another bill that we're supporting is bills that would provide limited access to the Freedom of Information Act for incarcerated folks. So making sure that they have access to information. Again, you can go to our Under the Dome section of our website to see a lot more on all of these and get all the links so that you can read the bills in their entirety if that's how you like to rock out your Monday afternoon. It should be a busy afternoon for you. In league news, you'll remember if you were with us last week that Ann Cunin was with us. Our National Kids Count data book was released last week, and unfortunately, the findings revealed that Michigan is lagging behind most states when it comes to child well-being. We are in the bottom 10 when it comes to education, but Ann was really optimistic and gave us some great recommendations to give a boost to kids and families. So you can either tune into that episode or check out the data book and our release, which also includes some of those recommendations that will help improve outcomes for kids. We'll drop that link in the chat. Finally, in other Kids Count news, our Kids Count in Michigan data is going to be released on August 21st. Big reveal at our Champions for Kids luncheon. Registration has opened for Champions for Kids, and we're really excited about the data presentation. We have a panel that will be moderated by Shelley Irwin from WGVU in West Michigan. Our panelists are a variety of state and national experts on child well-being, talking about everything from childcare and early education to that sort of transition into the workforce. So it's going to be a really robust conversation. We're very excited about that. We hope you can register and be there with us to celebrate kids in Michigan. So thank you again for tuning in. We will make sure to, again, post links to all this information. We will not be with you next week, Monday, but certainly just tune into our social media channels and you'll be able to see the latest on the budget and other things that we're following. So thanks to everybody. Again, hope you stay cool this week and enjoy the rest of your Monday. See you soon.